Hey guys, welcome back to Devrai Technologies. In this video, we are going to explore something new that Microsoft has released, and it will be really helpful for all the LLM enthusiasts and AI developers. So let's get started. And I'm really sorry for disturbing the WhatsApp Chat GPT series again, but I would like to show you this video. It will be really helpful for you to try something new. Alright, so let's start. Microsoft released an extension for Visual Studio Code that allows you to download the large language models locally on your Windows machine. This extension will only work on Windows as of now. It will not work on other operating systems. So this needs you need to take care of. Maybe in the future other operating system may work. So let's get started. So I'll just go to the Visual Studio Code. I'll go to the extensions and search for AI Toolkit. So the extension name is AI Toolkit. This is the one. It's still in pre-release. You'll see this warning message that can't install the release version, but we have the pre-release version that is available. So let's do that. Once you install this extension, you will see the icon over here. This is the one, AI Toolkit. And make sure you read this README file very carefully. You might be having many questions and it may not work the way that you want. So make sure you do read this markdown document. Before that, I'll need to sign in to my GitHub account. Let's do that. All right. So currently it supports minimal models, that is 5 as well as Mistral. These two models are supported with much larger variants into them. I personally have tested the 5.3 and Mistral 7B models. I found that 5.3 is way better in terms of accuracy as well as in terms of speed. It really does a great job. Comparing with Mistral, I did not feel the response is very accurate. It's completely out of the scope. I said hi to the Mistral 7B model and it started responding with some random answer from forums, some coding questions from forum. It doesn't know what I'm asking. So maybe some bug is there in this model, but 5.3 is way better. You can really explore that. Okay. And also this extension allows you to fine tune them on your local machine, but for fine tuning you need a better hardware on your computer. So these GPUs are supported for fine tuning. My machine do not have GPU, so I'll be only able to show you the model playground, how it responds back. I'll not be able to show you the fine tuning part. Even if you don't have the GPU enabled machines, you can also fine tune them remotely using the Azure Containers apps. So here is an option somewhere. This is the one. It's still in preview, so it allows you to remotely fine tune your models using Azure Container apps. Okay, but this will be a costly part, but if you have a GPU enabled machine, then I believe this is the best way to get started with your inferencing on your own data, and you don't have to rely on any cloud services, because Azure OpenAI costs a lot of amount for fine tuning, and it's a shared model. But if you install this model locally on your computer, you can do inferencing on your own data in a much faster way. Alright, so let's download some of the models and let's compare them. So here's the model list. Phi 2. Okay, I think Phi 2 has been removed, but we have Phi 3 models with 6 variants and Mistral 7B model with 2 variants. Okay. Here you can see some of them are supported on GPU and CPU, but I'll be getting started with the CPU variant. Okay, first let me download the Phi 3 Mini 4K CPU. Make sure you have enough space on your hard drive to download these models. Here it has 2.72 GB of size of this model, and this one is approximately 5 GB. I'll download both of them. Okay, my Phi 3 model is ready. Let's click on Model Playground. The good part about the playground on VS Code is that it remembers your context. It remembers what was the last message that was sent and it replies based on that. So you have that capability inbuilt, and there is no token limit. You can have the token limit and you can adjust them, increase it, decrease it based on your requirement. So I'll quickly show you that. It also has the inferencing parameters, the ones that you see on OpenAI and Azure OpenAI. Let's set the temperature to maybe 0.7. This is a standard temperature value that we usually set in OpenAI. Here you can give the instructions to your model just like a system message. Okay, here you can choose the model and here you can start interacting. Let me increase the token. Let's say hi to the model. There we have the first response. Hello, how can I assist you today? Okay, so let me say my name is JD, or let's say my name is Jagdish. Will you be able to remember my name for the rest of the conversation? Great. How to parse JSON in C#? Mention me by my name and respond. Let's see. I guess it stopped responding somehow. Let me ask again. Oh, there it is. Not sure what was the issue. It stopped responding, but here's the answer. Hello Jagdish, so it remembers me by my name and it is going to respond back with an answer. Perfect. So that's really good. Since I have kept the token limit as 256 tokens, it will try its best to give the response within that. So that is the reason it has stopped here. You can increase the token limit to thousands, even 1 lakh tokens. It should work. Okay. So this is the testing that we did now on Phi 3 model. Let's do it on Mistral model. Okay. So I'll just clear the chat window, select the Mistral model. I'm gonna show you the issue with this model. If I just say hi, there you see. What it does, it just randomly takes some question from the forum and responds back. Maybe some issue or not sure what's the problem with this model. I just said hi and it started giving the same question. It started giving the similar question. Basically, it's a question posted on online forums. Okay. I'll just continue ahead with the conversation. Let's see if it remembers who am I. Okay, it's gonna stop now. My name is JD. It doesn't know what is the context of my message and it started giving some random answers. So by this, I think you might be able to come to a conclusion that what model you need to choose for your inferencing on your local server. So I believe Phi 3 model is really good. If you have GPU enabled machine, then it will give you much faster response compared to the other one. Now let's explore the model fine tuning. Well, it won't work for me, but I'll show you the process. Let me give you a project name, and it will ask you to choose a location where you want to store this project. So let's say I'll create this folder and let's choose this folder, and let's choose the model Phi 3 Mini 4K instruct. I'm just choosing a random model because it won't work for me. Here, if you choose this option, fine tune locally, then you will have a prerequisite check that will be done on your background, and it will tell you that this machine is not compatible or some of the services are not running. So I'll just show you that. Okay, so I'll just click on this, and here you can see what all services are not running. You need to make sure these are all running on your machine, such as WSL, Conda, and CUDA libraries. So these are the prerequisites to fine-tune model locally. And here is the link where you can learn how to install these on your system. Alright, so that is all in this video. We'll not be exploring the fine-tuning because I don't want to have money invested in fine-tuning remotely, or I do not have the GPU enabled machine. So thank you all. See you in the next video.